the Big Yellow Book. Yes, this one was tabled in the House of Representatives earlier today. It's called the Estimates of Expenditure, and it lays out government's budget for the 2017-2018 fiscal year. The revenue measures for the new financial year were also tabled in the House. It's budget season, and you're locked into the most credible source of government information. Hello, I'm Audrey Williams, and welcome to Jamaica Magazine.
Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity is the way to go for all us Jamaicans. Small business, big business, old and young, we are tell every woman and man. We want growth and prosperity for a better nation with a building plan. So we can build our product and sell our product and put more money in our hand. Our economy can rise to a level and build a better nation. Productivity, to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity, to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity.
Productivity, Pathway to Prosperity. A message brought to you by the Jamaica Productivity Center, a department of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, February 9. Government will be establishing 2 shelters for victims of domestic violence in the 2017-2018 legislative year. That was announced by Governor General Sir Patrick Allen as he delivered the throne speech during this morning's ceremonial opening of Parliament.
Potential locations have already been identified, 1 rural and 1 urban, and inspection reports have also been completed.
The Governor General says this is among several measures that will be taken to address gender-based violence, which he says is detrimental to economic growth and productivity.
Utilizing the National Strategy Action Plan to Eliminate Gender-Based Violence 2017 through 27 as a platform, the Bureau of Gender Affairs will lead the process of ensuring adequate prevention, protection, and redress for the most vulnerable in the society.
He says this is part of government's overall focus on bringing growth, creating jobs, and securing Jamaica. 13 areas of strategic focus have been identified to bring that goal to fruition, and they feature substantial attention on crime reduction and enforcing the rule of law.
There is a need in Jamaica to rebuild communities that have been divided by crime and lawlessness. We must, as a nation, assert the rule of law and jealously guard its promotion.
Meanwhile, the Governor General also announced a full legislative agenda for 2017-2018. Simone Wolf has more in this report.
In the new legislative year, the Andrew Holness-led administration will be introducing or amending several laws designed to address the most urgent issues that could hinder Jamaica's development. They include legislation to improve the security landscape. Among them, a new Police Service Act that supports the modernization and transformation of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and legislation to establish the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency as an independent national law enforcement agency.
In an effort to further protect the human rights of our people, the Sexual Harassment Bill will be brought to this House. The bill will seek to prevent sexual harassment in the workplace and institutions, including educational, hospitals, correctional centers, and others. The government will also bring the DNA regulations, which is complementary to the DNA Act.
The Terrorism Prevention and Child Care and Protection Acts will also be amended, and Parliament will consider laws to complement government's financial inclusion and growth strategies.
The Microcredit Act will be introduced to encourage increased participation of data providers in the credit reporting system. In that regard, the Credit Reporting Act will be reviewed. The government will take steps to further strengthen depositor protection and investor compensation across financial institutions.
Other critical legislative changes include the promised National Identification and Registration Bill, the Education Jamaica Teaching Council Bill, and a bill to establish the Tourism Workers' Pension Scheme. Simone Wolf reporting for JIS News.
And following this morning's ceremonial opening of Parliament, government tabled its budget for the 2017-2018 financial year. The estimates of expenditure will now be reviewed by the Auditor General before going to the Standing Finance Committee of the House of Representatives. That committee will meet to consider its contents on February 28 and March 2 to 3. The budget debate follows from March 14 to 22. In other news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced a zero-tolerance approach to domestic violence, sexual abuse, and grooming of minors. He says the police have been directed to act using existing laws to carry out preventative detention in live and imminent situations of domestic violence. This involves removing an aggressor from the scene of a potential crime or abuse in an effort to de-escalate the situation and prevent the person from harming others. Mr. Holness says aggressors will be required to undergo counseling or educational sessions as a condition of their release, following an assessment by the police. In addition to strengthening the Domestic Violence Act to include stiffer penalties for perpetrators, Mr. Holness says the state will be training 400 police in conflict resolution and domestic violence issues. A similar zero-tolerance approach is being taken towards child pornography.
That means the threshold for discretion for prosecution has been lowered to 0. All crimes of this nature that comes into their knowing, into their knowledge, must be prosecuted.
Prime Minister Holness was speaking at a press conference Wednesday to update the country on plans to arrest an increase in acts of violence against women and children. And finally, the Department of Correctional Services, DCS, has received 700 items of riot gear donated by the United States Embassy. The equipment were handed over at the DCS training suite in Kingston yesterday. They include 100 riot batons, 100 riot baton holders, 100 riot helmets with visors, 50 handcuffs, 100 goggles, 50 metal detectors, 100 riot shields, and 100 raincoats with hoods. State Minister of National Security Colonel Charles Jr. says the items will help bring the DCS in line with international baseline standards for the treatment of inmates.
It will provide an alternative option for handling physical interactions with inmates, which, as I said, will protect the inmate and also protect our staff. And it will allow us to maintain control of the facilities while also observing the basic human rights.
U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Louis Moreno, says the donation highlights the strong relationship between the two countries. He says the equipment is provided in conjunction with training sessions on how to handle riots efficiently and humanely.
The training sessions have also included 4 train-the-trainer workshops in institutional management. As part of this training, the Embassy has sent nearly 100 correctional officers to Colorado in the middle of the winter for training, and will send 30 more next month.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
When criminals disagree, they seek revenge. Murder, arson, rape, whatever causes terrible suffering. It doesn't matter who gets hurt. Women, children, and the elderly, they are the main targets. Don't support the criminals. Don't cover up for them. Don't take their money. Take a stand now for the right of our women and children to be free from fear and abuse. Silence brings violence.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
As you heard in our news package, the budget for the 2017-2018 financial year was tabled in Parliament this morning. In a few weeks, the budget debate will begin, and we will have all the details right here on Jamaica Magazine. In the meantime, we share Jamaica's vision for developed country status, security and justice, human capital development, prosperous economy, and a healthy environment.
Sun, sea and sand, lustrous hillsides with natural elements at play, and an infectious culture. But Jamaica's potential far exceeds the obvious. By 2030, the country is expected to become the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
Well, it's all about Jamaica and our vision today.
Vision 2030 Jamaica is the country's first long-term national development plan aimed at achieving developed country status by the year 2030. The plan is centered on a number of guiding principles: transparency and accountability, transformational leadership, equity, sustainable urban and rural development, sustainability, social cohesion, and partnership. The development process for Vision 2030 Jamaica began in 2006 with the establishment of a number of task forces drawn from different sectors of society.
And then those task forces met for a period of about 2 years over the time from 2007-2008 to develop sector plans which would guide the development of each sector through 2030.
Then in 2009, all ideas were merged into a comprehensive 376-page document, which was tabled in Parliament during the budget debate, and later in 2010, a popular or more reader-friendly version was launched. Vision 2030 Jamaica is being monitored and evaluated by the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ.
Our role is to coordinate the whole process, to support the process through provision of technical and logistical support, to monitor progress and report on progress, and recommend corrective actions to ensure that we stay on track.
Ministries, departments, and agencies of government, the private sector, civil society, and other stakeholders will implement aspects of the plan. The programs and projects from Jamaica's international development partners are also aligned to Vision 2030 Jamaica. Now, Vision 2030 Jamaica has 4 main goals. Goal 1.
Jamaicans are empowered to achieve their fullest potential.
Under this goal, the aim is to have a healthy population with access to world-class education and training, helping those Jamaicans in need and building our future on positive core values and strong families. We will preserve, protect, and promote our rich culture. Brand Jamaica has to be respected while promoting the importance of sports in national development.
Goal 2. The Jamaican society is secure, cohesive, and just.
All Jamaicans should feel secure, whether at home, work, school, or as they go about their daily business. Crime and violence must be reduced, and the justice system should be fair, efficient, and effective, respecting the rights of all. This means also that each Jamaican should have a say in how the country is governed, and that there is accountability and transparency in government.
Goal 3. Jamaica's economy is prosperous.
A prosperous economy provides the foundation and resources for building a better society. Under this goal, we will have a stable macroeconomy, managing our public debt, simplifying our tax system, ensuring that our financial system is sound, a business-friendly environment, stimulating growth of large and small businesses, diversifying our energy supply, and improving our infrastructure and existing technology. And we will develop world-class products and companies in agriculture, mining, quarrying, manufacturing, construction, tourism, and our service industries.
And Goal 4, Jamaica has a healthy natural environment.
Jamaica's natural resources, the endowments of the land, water, beaches, forests, and wetlands have to be protected for Vision 2030 Jamaica to be a reality. On top of that, the country has to reduce the risks and impact of natural hazards while taking steps to limit and adapt to the effects of climate change. And an effective system of planning for urban and rural development will be put in place. Since the 3 years of implementing Vision 2030 Jamaica, the country has recorded progress in a number of areas.
We have seen progress in terms of the establishment of some new institutions to support the development of education. We've seen progress in areas that expand our road and highway network.
Jamaica has also improved its business environment. Reform has begun in the security and justice sectors, and there has been a reduction in major crimes. Progress has also been made in developing several major projects for climate change adaptation and in increasing the level of renewable energy sources.
Very importantly, in 2011, we've seen a return to positive economic growth. So this, we hope, will be a trend that will continue and bring us back on track in that area.
With the help of organizations such as the Social Development Commission, SDC, and the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, the PIOJ is educating persons at the community level about how they can contribute to Vision 2030 Jamaica. One such method is the SDC National 2020 Cricket Competition.
We are using this channel to show persons the connection between, say, sports and national development. Why is it important? What can sports do?
Through the Citizen Security and Justice Program, CSJP, a community renewal program is also underway to address development in volatile and vulnerable areas. Vision 2030 Jamaica is for everyone. Learn about the plan, share the information with your colleagues, families, and friends, and apply the information as you make plans for the future. If we all pull together, we can make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. For more information, call the Planning Institute of Jamaica or the Jamaica Information Service. Visit the Vision 2030 Jamaica Facebook page or www.vision2030.gov.jm.
We're going to show the world we are more than see and stand through Vision 2030 Jamaica plan.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Vision 2030 speaks to human development to achieve our full potential. An avenue that stimulates that process is the Jamaica Library Service. It facilitates learning through reading. There is a branch library in each parish, and we now look at the operations of St. Thomas. This network offers a range of engaging programs, starting with their signature event, the One Love Concert, which this year will be held on Tuesday, February 14.
The St. Thomas Parish Library is a living history book, proudly detailing the struggles and triumphs of a parish that nurtured a national hero and permanently changed the nation's structure of government. The library has also been experiencing a transformation in its program offerings and outreach services.
The St. Thomas Parish Library was established in July of 1948. Over the years, we have seen significant changes to its operations. The network comprises the parish library located in the heart of Morant Bay, 4 branch libraries, Cheswick, Port Morant, Seafort, and Dallas, and also a mobile library service, serving 16 communities and making 37 stops.
The library aims to provide the users with a wide range of exciting programs.
The St. Thomas Parish Library Network provides a variety of programs, especially our One Love Concert. The One Love Concert is a family and school-based oriented entertainment program which coincides with Bob Marley's birthday and Reggae Month.
The Global Libraries ICT project has been integral in the transformation process of the St. Thomas Parish Library. Through this ICT project, the library has been offering a series of training programs to the public, including basic computer, digital literacy, and social media. The library has also expanded the service offerings of their mobile library.
We have added computers that when we go out to these communities, we're able to provide computer and internet access to our users.
The library continues to offer a wide range of programs and services for all age groups. However, the St. Thomas Parish Library has a large membership of young adults.
Coming to the library changed my life a lot because I used to smoke, gamble, and I no longer do those things. I can come and look for a job through the job assistant program.
Golden Grove Primary and Infant School has been in a good relationship with the St. Thomas Parish Library. As stated in the new standards curriculum, we are supposed to observe the different sections of the library. So the children will have access to books, information as well.
The doors of the St. Thomas Parish Library are open, and we invite you to take a walk through the pages of many worlds waiting to be explored. There is always something to be discovered, regardless of age or gender.
I have been coming to the library since I was 5 years old, and my experience has been wonderful. I love to visit the library because it is a very nice place to be, and I get to learn a lot of things. The library has many different activities, but my favorite activity is Story Hour. I love Story Hour because it is so much fun. I learn to draw, spell words, make Mother's Day cards, and many more. And the staff are very helpful and friendly. I will encourage all my friends to be a part of the fun and learning at the library.
Use the opportunities afforded by the St. Thomas Parish Library to change your world and recreate your possibilities.
Reading is fun. What was that? Reading is fun. What was that? Reading is fun. Read every time you're smart to become. In the library, you can explore the world. It no matter if you're a boy or girl. Whether you're young or whether you're old, the more you read and the more you learn. Reading is fun. What was that? Reading is fun. What was that? Reading is fun. Read every time you're smart to become.
Let's celebrate Jamaica to the world. Fastest man in the world. First Jamaican woman to win gold in Olympic 100-meter sprint. An upcoming global superstar. Mouth-watering meals. And a vibrant set of people. We are Jamaicans. Let's get together and bring back the love.
I say be careful what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you saying to my sister. She could be the next Prime Minister.
Children in Jamaica constitute anyone who is under the age of 18 years. And so once you have a child who is under your care and supervision, we encourage you at the Office of the Children's Advocate to always know where your children are. It doesn't mean that you have to be there with them, but you certainly know who they're with, where they're going, and the purpose for being there. This is a key component in helping to establish some rules in terms of some ground rules and helping to guide your children towards responsible and sensible choices, and also assisting you if something were to go wrong to know what is the first point of contact to assist your child. While you're not to look at everybody as a potential suspect, that you need to be very wary of adults, whether they're in positions of authority or not, that seek to want to have a very close relationship with your child. Somebody who wants to invite your child on an outing and it's just that adult and your child alone. Somebody who wants to take your child to a very special event to reward the child, perhaps for some performance that the child would have done in an extracurricular activity or for academic excellence. We encourage you to look at these situations very carefully and to determine whether or not it's an appropriate meeting or outing that this person is propositioning for your child. If you're enrolling your child in a daycare, ensure that you know something about the track record of that daycare. Ensure that the daycare has what we call an open door policy, which allows you to go in, see what's happening, observe how the workers there interact with the children, and know some of the ground rules that guide these interactions. If they're going on outings, whether it be school trips or otherwise, ensure that at some point, even if you can't go to all, you do attend some of them, so you get yourself integrated into the system and the culture of the school. For these tips, and of course any other information that deals with children, that is anyone under 18 years, please feel free to contact the Office of the Children's Advocate. We're at 72 Harbour Street, downtown Kingston, and our numbers are 948-1134, or website www.oca.gov.jm.
Watch what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you saying to my sister, cause she could be the next Prime Minister.
It's a new beginning. New day is dawning. It's time to arise. We have the gene of achievement and pride.
A bold new beginning. Time for action. We have the spirit to fight on.
This is Jamaica. This is our land. We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica. This is our land.
Let us make every effort to forge unity and resolve to work hard for our prosperity.
Leaving our children a legacy of hope. Breaking the shackles and smashing the yoke. This is Jamaica. This is Jamaica. This is our land. This is our We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica. This
Let me hear the children say.
This is Jamaica. This is our land. We have a future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica. Come on, everybody, let's sing. This is Jamaica. This is our land. We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica. This is our land.
Jamaica, together we can.
We are at the end of today's show, but be sure to join us again tomorrow. Until then, keep the link. Stay connected via our website, jis.gov.jm. We welcome your feedback, so keep sending your comments to Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm or via tweet at JIS News. On behalf of the production crew, I'm Audrey Williams. Have a pleasant evening.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.